Alright, finally getting around to analyzing Jason's videos from the Hook Grip Classic. This first one, there isn't much. This is a relatively lightweight for Jason. So he's building tension in his hamstrings, arms are nice and straight, back's nice and straight, pulling his knees back. It's a pretty good start of the second pull. He comes to his heels a little early. You want to get to that third position, so here, and still be in the heels. But, I mean, pretty close. He can stay in there a little longer. Not too bad. Gets that nice triple extension. Pretty good. Keeps that bar nice and close. Gets under. Nice catch. Nice and strong. Elbows are locked out. Now, I think what's going to happen is he takes a step on his way up. Right here, he has it nice and solid. I think what happens is he kind of rushes to get up. So if you watch the bar path, it's going to come forward a bit. See how it comes forward right there on the way up? Comes forward right there. So now it's no longer over his heels. It's a little bit in front of his heels. It's probably like mid-foot now. So then when he continues getting up, see how angled he is now? So now he has to take a step forward so it doesn't fall, and he stands up with it. Again, this is what both of us took pretty conservative first pulls just so we can get on the board, or first lifts. So yeah, that was relatively easy for him. Just staying in the heels a tad longer and then hanging out at that bottom would probably have been helpful. So just run through it real quick. Yeah, so just a little quick. Alright, so now we get to a second lift. This is 220. He hits this pretty regularly. He still misses it from time to time, but again, competition with that adrenaline going shouldn't be too bad. Let's watch this one in full speed first. Not bad. So speed looked pretty good. Pull, gets the knees back, hits that second pull position. He did a much better job. Look at that third position. He did a much better job hitting that third position on this one. Heels, heels, heels. Come up a little bit right here. Did a much better job. Again, he can still stay in his heels a little longer, but that's pretty damn good. And then finishes that pull, starts getting under, catches it. Now, you notice his ankle here. I think what this weight is like a medium load. It isn't easy, but what he didn't do, his feet moved very little. I think if he would have moved his feet out a little bit more, that position would have been a little easier. And then that ankle is not quite ready. There's quite a bit of time in between these lifts. So just hanging around, you're either standing, pacing, or walking back and forth. You can get kind of stiff, and maybe that's what happened with his ankle on that turnover. Or maybe it's just because he's a little bit narrower. So that ankle is really far up. And he usually doesn't do that. So now he gets that ankle back down and press out the bottom, and he's a little shifty. And he's just never really solid on the way up. But this weight, he's strong enough at this weight to where it wasn't a huge deal. If he would have caught his next weight, if he would catch it like that, he probably would have missed it. He ends up missing the other one, but we'll see why on the next one. So that wasn't bad. The extension was better. It's just the catch wasn't quite as good. His footwork could use a little bit of work. And being a little bit more precise on where his feet need to hit. Overall, not too bad. Overhead position looked really good. He didn't have to take a step this time. He sat back in his heels, kept that bar over his heels as well. So pretty good. Alright, so this is his last lift, 231. He ends up missing this one. So let's see what we got. Getting that tension. Let's play at full speed. This is how This is how Jason usually misses. It's in front, and he doesn't get the bar back far enough. So let's see what we got here. Good first pull, everything looks good. Everything looks basically the same. So here he does a pretty good job staying in his heels. That's probably on par with his last lift. It's pretty close. Getting his shoulders back, nice extension here. Coming up and under. So it looks like he just didn't get the bar back far enough. His feet don't move that much. But his bottom position is much better. Look at that catch compared to the other one. His feet look better. I just think he got a little loose. See how he kind of caught it, and then it just kind of comes forward on him. Right? So catch, and then like it kind of bounces forward. Right? So he has really thinking about staying tight in that top position. If he would have caught it maybe just a tad farther back, wrong button, a tad farther back, he probably would have made that lift. And then if you notice, when he catches it and it bounces forward, look, see the heel? Now where's everything going? Everything's going forward now. And he's going to dump it forward. So just go work on being tight, really holding that position. I like the snatches overall. I mean, really good. A little bit of footwork and being strong in that bottom position. So clean. This is, again, we were relatively conservative on the cleans. So what we got here. The pull, pretty decent second. Starting at the second. And that's a really good pull. I mean, his heels are down and his arms are fully extended. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. So let's see what this bar does. I have no idea. So he keeps now, see, he's here. Now he's fully extending, coming up onto his toes. And he gets that bar another, 6-7 inches just by doing that. And then let's try and find the highest part. It's the highest point of the bar. Right, pretty good catch. Pretty standard. Nothing crazy. Pulls through. Bottom position looks great. His heels are down, knees are out, elbows are nice and high. Looks good. Alright, let's check the jerk out. Big breath. Dip in the knees are out. Heels stay down, hips stay back. Explode up, push under. Not too bad. I think I'd like to see the front foot out a little bit more. But overall, it looked pretty good. Just had to hold it. Good lift overall. A little bit more explosion. Let's watch it full. Watch the full thing. Come on. There we go. Watch full thing. Transition. Dip. Punch. Yeah, again, the split a little short. Split was a little short. Would have liked it a little bit wider, but again, that's starting weight. So now he makes a pretty good jump to 264, 120 kilos. Let's watch this full speed. And dip. No, not too bad. Again, I think I'd like the foot a little out farther. Let's go watch. Let's go through this. Tension and catch. I think both me and Jason have a similar weakness. Both of us, our strength isn't the best when it comes to being strong. Like I think both of us make the front squat. It's very difficult for us. A lot of people at that competition was just blowing through the front squat like it was nothing. Whereas I guess we lack a little bit of leg strength. So Jason looks a little round it here. We need to work on that front squat a bit, keeping those elbows nice and high, keeping that back. See how it's just slightly rounded. And that's just a strength thing. Both of us need to get stronger in that. And then we got the dip. Just go through. Dip's pretty good. And then bam. I'd like that front foot needs to come out more. I need to get under that weight. Not bad though. Not bad at all. Alright, last one. I think. No. Yeah, last one. I think he ends up missing this. He's hit this before. But he ends up missing this one. Up. And misses the jerk. So he could handle this weight. He actually, the clean looked alright. Heels back. Pretty good. He doesn't stay. He needs to stay in his heels a bit longer, but not too bad. Gets under it. Need to work on that bottom position. Got to get that midsection stronger. And leg strength. That clean has to be easier. There shouldn't be that much rounding. Alright, we got the dip. A strong dip. Strong dip. The hips come forward a little bit. See how he leans forward a bit? You can tell it's starting to get heavy. The dip is not as, we'll say, distinct. Right? Dip. And then under. See, look at that foot right here. Look at his shin. Just that little bit is going to affect the jerk. And it's because he's not very confident. He's not super confident in the weight. So he doesn't want to go any deeper because he doesn't think he's going to catch it or he's going to fail. So if he would have got that foot out a little bit more, he would have been able to lock those arms out and finish that lift. Right? So he didn't get under it enough. And he wasn't able to lock his elbows out. And that's why I missed that one. Just has to push under more. Like, see how high he gets that bar? The bar is high enough, he just has to get that front foot out. And we mentioned that in all the other lifts. All of his other lifts, his foot wasn't quite out far enough. And overall, it's a pretty good day. His pulls all looked really good. I liked all the pulls. And just need to get some midsection, leg strength, and work on getting that foot out. Pushing underneath that bar on a jerk. Not too bad.